There are a ton of things to improve your Minecraft environment. Today, I'm going to be going over a few of those things. So, let's hop into it. From animated leaves, to animated plants, to enhanced terrains, and even falling leaves. So hopefully you're excited to see some cool new environments and terrains, so let's hop into it. First up is these waving leaves, and they look really cool. Now, these are kind of subtle, but they do have a little bit of an animation. Now, the cool thing about this pack is that it includes lots of waving plants and other things too. And this includes much more than just leaves and the grass. This includes all the flowers and a lot of different things as well. And you'll be able to know it's animated by what you see in the creative inventory. So it's all of these flowers and a few other random things such as the dead bush. I know that a lot of people have been looking for a pack that does this, that adds the waving leaves and grass. And I gotta say, this has done a very good job with that. And you can put it on any world since it's just a resource pack. So a lot of these are very similar to each other, but you never know when you want a different option. So that's why I've included multiple things that kind of do the same thing, so you can pick your favorite one. And so hopefully you'll find something you really enjoy and are excited to play with. Now, this was the waving leaves, grass, and plants, but there's another option called the real waving plants texture pack, which adds a little bit of a different thing. It's a little bit higher quality. Now, the real waving plants have a nicer animation, but as you can tell, if you get too far away from the player, they don't really move until you get up close and it begins to work again. And the same thing happens with the leaves. They look super cool, but as soon as you get too far away, they stop to move. So this could just be a problem with my game and what I downloaded. So maybe it'll work for you. Maybe I'm just having bad luck with the shaders. Feel free to try this one out if you want to try a little bit of a different pack. And this one also has a few animations for a few of the flowers, but definitely not all of them. As you can tell, this one is pretty subtle, and it's a lot easier to see when you stop moving. So this one is definitely a little bit more subtle with the animations it has. Now this next one is absolutely amazing, and it's falling leaves. Now, this one also includes a behavior pack, so you'll have to include both of these on here, and you won't be able to have achievements, but it still looks so cool. Now, this obviously works for regular trees, but this also works for custom trees as well. This will definitely bring a lot to your forests. Now, there'll be a lot more than just the cherry blossom trees, and these are added for pretty much every kind of leaf. They look fine, but lush vines makes them look a little bit better. This gives them a little bit more of a 3D look, so it makes them a little bit less flat and a little bit more leafy. This really is super simple, but I think it adds a little bit more growth and it just makes it look a lot better in my opinion. Now, this next one is enhanced terrains. This subtly changes the texture for grass, dirt, sand, and stone. I really enjoy the variation and the little bit of the texture update with this. It just makes things a little bit more interesting and unique to do as you explore around. Now, this little bit of foliage in the ground is really simple, but I love it to see the little clover, the leaves, the sticks, and everything else. So enhancing the terrain is really cool, but shaders go a long way to make this look even better. Nice. These light rays from Vanilla RTX are super cool and give that ambience that you're looking for. And combining this with really any resource packs looks awesome. I really enjoy RTX and it looks absolutely amazing. Now, having sounds in the game makes it a lot better. So, this is what this resource pack does. It adds a little bit more sound to your game. Now, this really improves the ambience of your Minecraft world. And there is a ton of environmental sounds that you can use with this. It has a lot of different things from forests to caves and even more. Now, the way this works is that it has animals be the source of the noise. So, if I spawn in a cow, it will give the sounds that a cow normally gives, but it also gives the environment sounds. And here are the list of all the mobs that give the sounds. So enjoy having some fun sounds in the game. But there's another option that is also really cool. We also have the Big Onion Institute's Ambient Sounds add-on pack. This has some of my favorite ambient noises and works so well. And I actually combined that with a bunch of other texture packs and mods in this video right here. So make sure on the Ambient Sounds pack, this is also a behavior pack, so you'll have to disable achievements and make sure you have that behavior pack on or it's not going to work. Trust me, I have forgotten to put that on there so many different times, so make sure you do that. And for all of these, make sure that you have enabled all of these packs on your world or they're not going to work. Now here's a pack just in time for fall, and that is the Autumn Textures. This is a simple pack, but adds all the autumn textures that you're looking for just in time for the season. Now, this overhauls the leaves just a little bit to make them a little bit different, just in time for fall. And I totally didn't mess up placing that block. Definitely not. But this is a pretty simple pack, really cool, and just in time. And this steampunk city is built by Frodo 1969, so be sure to check this out as well. They've got some amazing builds that you can check out on this map. Now, here is another enhanced terrains texture pack. This one's just a little bit different, but adds more variations to all these different kinds of blocks. And another cool thing is that it has all these sides coming down a little bit further, so it can immerse you in the world a little better. Now, this looks really cool when exploring, and it's interesting to see these new textures. And this also changes up the ore textures just a little bit to make them a little more unique and variated. Pretty simple, but it's pretty cool as well. Now, this is better foliage. This adds cattails to the water and adds some new lily pad variations so they don't all look the same. This also makes the mushrooms a little more 3D and just a little more interesting to look at. But this also overhauls a lot of the flowers. They'll be a little more unique and interesting. And another cool thing that this adds is 3D saplings. Now, these are just a little bit different, but I think they're really cool and definitely add a little bit more to the environment. Now, this is just the texture pack, but you can also install a mod that goes along with it that adds a little bit more than just this. And this also updates the look of the wither rose. And a cool thing about this texture pack is that it makes it so you have round leaves. This makes it look a little more bushy and a little bit more tree-like. But the cool thing about this texture pack is that if you go into the options, you can switch it from round leaves to bushy leaves or to normal leaves. And this is what the bushy leaves look like. This makes the edges pop out just a little bit, so it gives it a little bit more of that 3D texture. And I gotta say, these leaves look pretty cool. Now, here is another option for a ton of different things. Now, this is Ling's Vanilla, and as you can tell, this also enhances the terrains and gives things a little bit more of a variation, namely lily pads, mushroom blocks, and this also changes the logs to be more rounded. And it changes a few things in the hotbar to make them look a little bit different. This is super simple, but is really interesting to see. There's a lot of really cool things in this pack. So feel free to check out Ling's Better Vanilla. There is a lot I did not cover about the pack, but feel free to check it out for yourself. And I would like to call out a few creators that have done an amazing job with some other great packs. Namely this person, with a few different packs of their own. And Fuse Bolt also has some really cool ones as well. So feel free to check out these creators. They have a ton of really cool texture packs that you can use. So hopefully you found some really cool ways to increase your environment and make it way more interesting and way more fun to explore in your Minecraft world. If you like this, hey, feel free to comment down below what your favorite one was. And if you're interested in more texture packs, check these out over here. Thanks for watching. Bye.